Hello and welcome to Newswatch at 6. I'm Shakira Hawkins. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday evening. We begin with the news that Delegate Derek Evans resigned from the West Virginia House of Delegates today. The delegate released a statement saying, quote, "The past few days have been a difficult time for my family, colleagues, and myself, so I feel it's best at this point to resign my seat in the House and focus on my personal situation and those I love." A copy of Evans' resignation letter can be found on our website. And the Fayette County Courthouse is restricting access through January 29th due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases. The courthouse encourages the public to handle all business by phone, email, or fax until further notice. Now we will send it over to Zach Yak with a look at your first forecast.
Out there for us today was rather chilly and a little bit cloudy, but other than that, really was no rain to speak of out there. And we're still seeing temperatures right now in those low to upper 20s across the board. So definitely another chilly evening for us. We'll see those temperatures dropping down into the lower 20s as we go through the overnight hours. We are going to start to lose that cloud cover from the northeast to the southwest. And that's what we're going to continue to see overnight tonight. In fact, looking at your planner, those clouds should be out of here by 2 o'clock in the morning, but temperatures are going to continue to cool off, like I said, down into those lower 20s. But the good news is we're going to hang on to those nice sunny skies for your Sunday, a good portion day on Monday before we start to see some of those rain showers build back in the air. How much in details and how much we're going to see coming up my full forecast in a few minutes.
The West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources Bureau for Public Health announced the expansion of food available for purchase with a special supplemental nutrition program for women, infant, and children. The approved food list was updated to encourage healthier eating habits and meet more nutritional needs. The program also has been working to provide participants with necessary food packages during the COVID-19 pandemic through brand and product substitution, ultimately encouraging individuals is meeting their dietary needs. And Beckley residents are concerned as a road has been closed for nearly 5 months with few updates. Newswatch reporter Jacob Comer spoke with them to hear their thoughts.
New River Drive in Beckley was closed back in August due to a roadway collapse caused by a drainage culvert pipe caving in. It made the road unsafe for general travel, and the city has had it blocked off ever since. However, with it being nearly 5 months since the closure, some residents are growing anxious about the lack of updates.
It's been closed since August, and I think it's just another thing that they're not putting any concern to. It's just an array of excuses, and we're tired of excuses. We want to see something done here.
The road closure has greatly upset some locals in the Maxwell Hill area. They say traffic has had to diverge onto other routes and has made some intersections more dangerous for residents. They say they understand road work of this nature takes time, but they want some transparency.
First, we were told it'd be open by the end of September, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and we're still, at the same place. I think if they could just give us a firm deadline, that would be wonderful.
The road connects Pikeview Drive and Robert C. Byrd Drive and effectively serves as a shortcut. The road is closed in the middle, with businesses on either end struggling to make do with the changes. On one end is the Busy Bee Child Care Center, and on the other is the Beckley Moose Lodge. The lodge says that they've been losing regulars from the other side of town due to the road closure.
We're losing, somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 a week.
I mean, a lot of the community, they have to drive all the way around town, around Harper Road. So it's a big inconvenience. This road gets used a lot.
Another concerned individual is Beckley City Councilman at Large Cody Reedy. Reedy was elected this past year and says the road closure has been a huge headache for the community.
I'm hoping that this gets off pretty quickly. I feel like that it's got prolonged a little bit longer than it should have, and that it's putting our citizens, in distress, and, it's making it hard on them for a road that's been here for 30, 40 years, to just all of a sudden be shut down. It's a big impact on the community.
Residents are just hoping to hear from the city soon and see the road reopened in a reasonable time frame. Reporting from Beckley, I'm Jacob Comer for WOAY Newswatch.
Another issue the residents brought up was the potential effect on emergency services. They claim the road closure could be dangerous if an emergency ever happened on the other side of town. And the Mountaineer Challenge Academy has seen a successful first year so far in Montgomery. The West Virginia National Guard Mountaineer Challenge Academy South opened back up in October of last year and has seen great support from the community. Montgomery's Mayor Greg Ingram says it's great that there are opportunities for students in the city, especially after one of his colleges left back in 2017.
Mayor Higgins always said we were very blessed to have two, and that's a very true statement. We still have Bridge Valley Community Technical College, and now we have the Challenge Academy here. We're so happy to have another school here in town and looking forward to growing that program.
And the Mountaineer Challenge Academy South will have its first graduation this March. And the West Virginia DHHR reports 1,880 new COVID-19 cases today. 16 deaths were reported, one death in our viewing area, that being a 69-year-old female from Kanawha County. That brings the statewide death total to 1,570. There are now 99,778 total cases of the virus, with almost 29,000 of those being active. The Mountain State has received 109,440 vaccine doses. 88,000 of those have been administered. And President-elect Biden has come up with more details on his vaccination plan. This as the country sees the number of cases and fatalities reaching unprecedented levels. We are now closing in 22 million confirmed cases of the coronavirus with nearly 369,000 deaths. Take a look.
It's an urgent attempt to help this patient breathe.
They're struggling. They're struggling for every single breath. Every single breath that they take is a big expense on their body.
Los Angeles County USC Medical Center's team performing numerous tracheotomies, placing a tube inside patients' necks, often they say to ease them off ventilators and get them out of jam-packed hospitals.
We're treading water. Every morning, my first text message is about how many beds we have in the hospital, what capacity we have, how many patients are waiting for beds.
Not enough beds and not enough places to store those who died. Funeral morgues in LA using refrigerated containers to help with the COVID crush. Throughout California and the country, no signs of the pandemic slowing down. Just yesterday, nearly 300,000 new cases nationwide.
I didn't think it could happen to me, and then it did, and it changed everything.
This West Virginia mom battling the virus while pregnant and unconscious on a ventilator, missing being awake for her own child's birth.
He's my fifth child, so all the moments that I shared with my other children at birth, I didn't get to share with him.
Vaccinations cannot come soon enough. Nationwide, leaders frustrated.
I'm not happy with where we are.
But now WHO advisors saying that second Pfizer dose can be delayed up to 6 weeks. That's up to an additional 3 weeks from the original recommendation. And President-elect Joe Biden now saying he will release available vaccines when he takes office, as opposed to holding half for second doses. Kentucky's governor backing the plan, assuring the public their final dose will be there. All of this as those second shots now hit arms. Just yesterday, 3 sisters, all nurses at New York's Presbyterian Lawrence Hospital, getting that final shot together.
Since we do everything together, it stands that we should have this vaccine together.
Overseas, the situation growing more dire as that UK variant spreads. The mayor of London declaring a major incident as part of its emergency response. The capital city setting record case rates. Officials saying hospitals are overwhelmed. At least 1 in 30 people, in some districts 1 in 15, are believed to be carrying the virus.
And still to come on Newswatch at 6, we'll have the latest news on arrests and charges filed on Wednesday's incident at the Capitol Hill. But first, meteorologist Zach Yak will have a look at your full forecast when we return.